Have you ever noticed that you're just incredible during the dinner rush, during the lunch rush, whatever it is? You just handle that shit like a savage, like a G. Like you are the one that could just handle whatever amount of tickets that come your way, whatever amount of how many, if you got triple sat, quadruple sat, you just handle that shit. You get a bar full of people, you just get those drinks out like nothing. Are you that person? Are you that person that we're helping in the weeds? You're the person that drowning and we got to come help save you. Which one are you? Which one are you? Because there's always one of the two in the restaurants. So, but if you are that person that is just immaculate during service, but you get home and you can't decide what the hell you want to watch on Netflix, you might forget where you put your keys or wallet at. That was me. I mean, I lost my keys and wallet almost religiously. I did that shit almost every single day. You might start cleaning the kitchen. You might start organizing a junk drawer. Then you remember, oh, I got to eat something. And then you get on your phone for hours at a time, and then before you know it, half your day is just gone. If this sounds familiar, just know that you're not alone. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to make this video, is because I've heard so many people throughout my career, the past 20 plus years, say the same thing. They would say, I think I have ADHD, or they say that I have ADHD. Now, I'm not here to diagnose anybody. Only a healthcare provider could actually diagnose you with this. But I think that is worth talking about, why so many people in hospitality relate to ADHD experiences. Because restaurant work is like almost any other job. It's not like any other job. Think about what your brain goes through during just one regular ass shift. You're remembering 6 modifications on a 12 top. You're watching the expo line, which the expo line gets fucking crazy sometimes, because you're literally the pass between every single table and the kitchen. You're remembering all those modifications, yelling those out. You're answering someone's dumbass questions. You're helping like I mentioned, your struggling ass coworker that, can't handle 3 or 4 tickets. You're checking on ticket times. You're listening for corner. You're avoiding burns. You're watching your section. You're solving problems every 30 fucking seconds, literally. Like, this is not even a made up thing. If not, sometimes more than that. Most people will look at this and they just feel overwhelmed. And those people usually, they think they could work in a restaurant, then they end up walking out. They get through a dinner rush, or don't get through a dinner rush, and they're walking out, or they're walking and fucking crying. Restaurant workers, the good ones, we call that shit that's just a regular ass day. That's nothing. That's a Monday, Tuesday for us. For years, your brain gets trained to expect constant stimulation, noise, movement, urgency, pressure. Something's always happening. Your brain rarely gets a break, if at all. So when you finally get home, everything gets just quiet. And sometimes that's when your brain feels the loudest. Some people notice they can't sit still. Others might feel restless. Some jump from task to task. Some struggle to focus on simple things. Some feel bored almost like instantly as soon as they get home. Now, that doesn't automatically mean ADHD, but it does explain why so many restaurant workers recognize themselves in these conversations about it. There's actually something like pretty interesting about this, is many like ADHD individuals that are actually diagnosed with it say that restaurant environment feels like it was built for their brain. Like, think about it. It's fast paced. It's constant change. It's immediate feedback. It's problem solving, times 10. It's high energy. Every shift is something different. Those qualities can make the work very exciting. But the same person might struggle with paperwork. They might struggle with, emails, or sitting quietly for an hour. That the important thing is understanding yourself. If these experiences have been affecting your work or your relationships or everyday life, not just at the restaurant, it might be worth, talking to your healthcare provider about it. Because for me, it did affect my relationships when I get home. It affected me seriously within my marriage as well. I would go home and I would just want like immediate feedback. I would want like like I would want to problem solve like too much. Like everything just needed to be solved right then and there. Like I didn't have time, to like think about things. It's like, what's the problem? The problem, solution, problem, solution, problem, solution. And then I also wanted immediate feedback. If there was something that I did, I want what I do. Did I do that wrong? This and that. Like that was something that was good in the restaurant, but it definitely was not good in my relationship. It tore us down. Me always needing that. So if it starts to affect you for the negative within your relationships, then you got to start doing something about it. You got to start looking elsewhere, looking to your healthcare provider. For me, I started to like do my own research, and I started to do some like different kind of a different diet, a different health plan for myself. Getting physically in shape was a big one for me. I started to get physically in shape and just doing better, taking care of my body, and that helped me out in ways unimaginable. So getting answers isn't weakness. I'll be looking to get more answers to see if I actually have it once my insurance kicks in. I got this job just a few months ago, so once my insurance kicks in, I'm gonna definitely go see my doctor and see what the issue is, if there even is an issue. Maybe it was just me, but it's worth looking into. Getting answers isn't weakness, it's information, and information helps you make better decisions. Whether you have ADHD or not. Here's what I want every restaurant worker to remember. Just because we're good at surviving chaos, it doesn't mean that we have to live in chaos all the fucking time. It's okay to slow down. It's okay to take things easy. It's okay to create routines outside of work. It's okay to protect your peace, protect your family's peace. This is something that is near and dear to me. Like I wish I had this mindset just a few years ago. It would have saved me a lot of heartache. Because your goal shouldn't be just surviving the rush. It should be building a life you actually enjoy after the rush. All right, guys. Now, thank you for watching After the Rush. I think this was a very good conversation. If you've ever felt like your brain works differently inside and outside the restaurant, I'd love to hear about your experiences. Comment them down below. Shoot me a message. And just remember, guys, the rush ends, your growth begins. I'll see you guys after the rush.